Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a neutral eye look tutorial, just a basic kind of brown smoky eye that you can wear to work or to school or anywhere where you need a more soft, neutral, toned down look. I work in one of those places, so this is something I do pretty much on the daily. And yeah, if you'd like, I'd love if you'd subscribe, give this video a like, even a comment if you would, and just kind of share it with anyone you feel might need help creating a look like this. So if you'd like to see how I made this look and how I make my everyday neutral eye looks, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've zoomed you guys in, and you're gonna disregard my eyebrow because I hate doing my eyebrows, so I never do. And I've taken my more flat top shader, I'm gonna call it a flat top shader brush, and I'm going to dip it into the lightest peachy color in the palette. And basically my goal with this color, which I coat it and I kind of tap off the excess, basically my goal with this color is to blend it into my upper brow bone and my upper crease and just kind of give it a wash of color for the other colors I'm going to put on to blend into. So that's what we're going to do with this. Can see there's that little bit of color built up on the upper lid area. That's going to be the color that kind of peeps through above that brown that you generally see in smoky eyes. It's going to be that little bit of color that provides a transition instead of just, straight brown and then your skin tone. So that's kind of what that was for. Next, I am going to take my fluffier tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go into this fresh pick color and just kind of swirl my brush around and tap off the excess. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go into the crease and just try to really blend that out and create some definition. So this is what we're left with after defining the crease. You can see it is, like I said, much more defined, a lot deeper than just that kind of pale orange shade that I had on my upper brow bone. And what I do after I go in and define the crease is go back in with that first brush and a little bit of that first color you started with, and go back in and blend over the top edge of that color, create that gradient, and keep blending that out as you go on through the look. Like say if we go in with the next color and you see it get a little harsher, just keep blending as you go through the look so you can make sure you keep that gradient and see how your look's going as you're doing it, rather than coming to the end and seeing that you have like 3 or 4 things you need to fix, and then you go and do those things and then the look doesn't turn out how you thought it was going, and then you get really flustered and get into this whole mess of hating your look. So I think just keeping everything smooth as you go along really helps the look. Okay, so keeping with that fluffier tapered blending brush, I am now going to go in with this, this deeper brown called Chocolate Dipped, and this is going to be the main brown focal point of this look. This is what's really going to make it smoky. I'm going to tap off a lot of the excess, and so what I do for the first kind of introduction to application of the deepest color is I like to just kind of angle the brush with my eye and just kind of pat some color down first so you don't just get all that harsh pigment when you just start blending. So I start to lay some down first, and then kind of just take my brush kind of flat against my eye and I guess shade it in, and then you kind of see, you get a little feel for it without overdoing it and then not being able to turn back. So you obviously want to do a little at a time and then just kind of keep packing the color on, keep shading it in, and then, like I said, like I was mentioning in the other video, the harsh lines that kind of start to show up, that's an example of that, and that's kind of something, you know, you want to keep blending as you go throughout the look. So with that, what I would do is, I kind of like to take my brush at an upper angle where this kind of flatter part's touching a little bit of my eyelid, and I kind of just like to blend that up as well. And then I feel like it kind of starts to blend it in with the rest of my shadow. It's kind of a weird trick, but it's just something I do, you know, as I'm blending this color, so I don't have to go back to the other brush and then get the other brush and get the other, and just keep going back and forth. So that's what I'll do, and then I'll just kind of keep going in and repeating those steps with this brown and just keep deepening it up. Okay, now that we have that step done and we've deepened the outer corner and kind of, you know, you've done the eye shape that you want, you've blended out to the desired, you know, gradient that you want, what you can go in and do if you really, really want to build up more depth within the outer corner, you can go back in with that color in a more densely packed tapered blending brush and kind of just pack that into the outer corner and not really blend that color out, just kind of lay it down. That just deepens it up and really, you know, gives it depth, like I said. What you can do for the inner corner or the inner half of the eye, you can take a kind of flat packing brush, and what I like to do is take a lighter cream color and kind of just lay that color down on the inner corner. I feel like the lighter colors against the really deep outer corner really smooths out the inner corner and makes you really draw your attention to the deep colors that you have on your outer corner. You could also go in with any shimmer color. Some of my favorites that I was thinking about using today were some of these shimmers in the Mecca Max Desert Queen palette. This really light pink shimmer. If I swatch it here, it really is just a nice light shimmer that's not going to draw too much attention away from the depth of the eyes. So I think what I'll do is I'll kind of add some of that shimmer on the inner corner on top of that lighter color. And I feel like this just gives you a little something. You just feel kind of good about it. You know, it's not super simple and it gives you a little bit of pizzazz. So I just wet my brush with Fix Plus and I'm just going to go straight into the color with this brush. No fingers or anything. And I'm just going to kind of pack it on that inner corner and then drag it out. Now, of course, if you don't want the color to be too intense, you don't necessarily have to use Fix Plus, because Fix Plus is generally known to intensify the looks that you create. So if that's not what you're going for, maybe avoid that step. Yeah, so what I'm doing is just kind of really pack on that lighter color, and then as I get to the ends with the brown, kind of a back and forth motion to give a little bit of blending, which we can go in and intensify the outer corner again. But yeah, see, it gives you just a little something. It's not like it's screaming at you, but it gives you a little bit of pop, and that's what you want when you're doing a neutral look. You don't want to just be like, oh, it's just browns. You want to feel good about it. Just because you have to wear this colors for work or for school doesn't mean you don't want to feel good about it. Yeah. So then you can go back into the brown with your tapered brush, your tapered brush, and just kind of go in and lay that color back down and kind of take the little tip of the brush and kind of trace over those edges where that shimmer meets the brown, and just kind of graze over it and create that little bit of gradient without covering the shimmer, because obviously you put the shimmer down, you don't want to cover it. And then do the same with the other eye, just kind of graze over that little bit of where they meet, blend it in so it looks seamless. And then, yeah, I messed up a little bit there. I'm gonna spread that out. My nose has been so itchy. It's like every time I put foundation on, my nose gets so itchy. Yes, I think that's all I'm gonna do for the upper portion of the eyes. I'm gonna curl my lashes and put on mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I don't know how I forgot this, but I have a little trick I like to do. So basically what I do is I take one of these flat eyeliner brushes or eyebrow brushes, I'm not sure really what these are used for, and I find a deeper brown or black shade, so I'm just going to go with that same shade we use for the outer corner. Basically what you do is you take a little bit of water, and I found this out recently, it's really exciting. So you just kind of get it you know, a little bit damp and just kind of get a little excess off. But while it's still damp, you want to go into your shadow, and it kind of creates like a paste. No, not a paste, but kind of a little more cakey, thicker texture. And what I like to do is dab a little excess off. But basically, it's kind of like an eyeliner. And what I like to do is go in under my lash line. So basically just tight line with this. And tight lining is kind of, you know, you place product on the outer edge of your waterline in between your lashes, and it kind of gives it like a little bit more of a fuller look. So do this to my lashes, and I think it makes it look a lot smokier, or a lot more like, I don't know, see, I feel like you can see a difference even just now. Like, see how it looks nice and smooth when I open my eye, and over here you can see the spaces between my lashes? I just think it really adds a little bit of, you know, sass to your smoky eye. So if that's a trick you guys are willing to try, I know a lot of people don't like getting that close to their eyes, so I totally understand, but that's an additional trick you can try if you wanted to add a little bit of sultriness to your look. So yeah, I thought I'd add that in there. Alright guys, so that's it for my video today. I know I'm new to tutorials and kind of, I'm not used to having people listen or, you know, teaching people how I do my makeup. I'm normally just used to doing it, you know, maybe people are watching or maybe I'm just doing it myself. But if you have any tips for making my tutorials better or something that would help you in future videos, just feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm like down to help. I want us all to feel super sassy, you know, when we're just even doing the most basic eye looks. So if you have any suggestions, constructive criticisms, just leave them in the comments below and I'll, you know, try to improve. So yeah.